Want to take a moment about how to set up CueCam with cards to give a presentation. And I'll just do a little presenting on what I've been looking into and do it in CueCam. So this is my current card. I'm in presentation mode and it's giving me a view of what the next card is. And it's allowing me to go move to it or go back, record. I'm recording now in QuickTime. And I also have my dashboard here so I can do asides very easily. If I stop the presentation, here are the cards that I've laid out. And there are websites with targets, there's apps with targets, and there are cards with text on them. I'm going to start the presentation. We're going to talk about structuring CueCam for presentations. We've looked at cards. The main marketing message around DeepSeek is its price. It's free to use, but if you try and use it on the web, that website is slammed. But it's free to download, so you can install it on your own computer. It's not too difficult, and that's all free. But it's also free to download the entire database and to work on it. The only way they do make money is with a price for accessing their API, for your program to access their system in the cloud. So this review site really talks about the key features, and it's cost effective in that its price is 14 cents per million tokens. And that is between 10 and 20 times less expensive than OpenAI's Gemini and Claude. And I'm hearing reports that Amazon is being bombarded with requests to provide this model to the people they serve. And so that's a simple web page. If I go to the next card, if you ask it to describe something, it will go off and say, okay, I just was asked this. How am I going to go about doing it? And it argues with itself. Does he mean this? Could it be that? Let me reason about how I structure, how I go forward in answering this question. And this is fascinating in that none of the other models reveal it's not code. It talks in language. It's a language model. But also it's open for research, meaning people can download the entire model and suddenly it's within the realm of possibility for a university to build their own models, for a company to build their own models. They don't need to buy their models from one of the big players and then pay through the nose for using that model in the cloud. This is probably the big reason people are really excited about this. And as a structural note, I am basically looking at this card as having this formatting. On the card side, I could put it in the middle, I could put it on the side, or on the left. There it is, open for research. So there's a lot of variety that can be brought to cards very simply. And so this is ChatGPT. And it's showing its response when I ask about how can another entity go scrape information from an existing model. This distillation technique. And this is causing people to really think through that they may have gone and asked ChatGPT tons and tons of questions and then built their model on the responses that they got. And that becomes an area where anybody else can learn how to do that. And if you've got DeepSeek as a starting point, you can go investigate another model until you've learned everything you can from that model, sort of like talking to a mentor. And it teaches you to get smarter faster than if you have to do it all by yourself. And that basically shows us that this is going to boil down to being software, and that the models are going to continue to get better and smarter as people distill and leapfrog each other in capabilities. And it's going to be able to be baked into almost every device that we have. And so here's the end of my deck. When I end it and bring up the cards, there simply are structure to a presentation that was pretty quick, went across apps, went across websites and text and video and audio, of course.